Art. To put it simply, everything around us could be considered art. From the mangas we read to the animes we watch. Everything is an art piece of some kind. But why do we connect with it? Why does it reach our souls like nothing else can? Well, the simple answer is the emotions. Through anime and manga, we experience emotions that we can't express with simple words. Sometimes what we feel, words can't describe. Sometimes we can't show what we truly feel. The characters of those animes live lives like ours sometimes, in their own perspective worlds. At the same time, they can express their emotions far more better than we ever could. The emotions that are so hard to describe. For example, when someone loses his loved one, sometimes he screams at the top of his lungs. When an anime character falls in love, how they describe it, like in Your Lie in April, the anime that just describes love, an emotion that is so hard to describe. This is why we love it, this is why we relate to them, and this is what art is, the expression of emotions. Sometimes words can't express what we are feeling. Stories can make us feel some type of way. Words also can. But we as humans, we connect with the visual aspects of seeing the emotions. This is why some prefer anime over manga. The facial expressions are what makes a character feel alive. Seeing the pain, the happiness, the love, it just connects with us and expresses far more emotions than words can ever describe. This is why the majority that love this kind of art, the kind of anime and manga, prefer to watch the anime. But that's not to say that mangas can't have the same depth of emotion and expression as anime. And this is what the story that I'm gonna talk about today is about. It's a story that isn't told by words. Frankly, there isn't any dialogue in it. And this is what the fascinating thing is. The expressions, the story is told by the emotions of each character. Through it, we make the dialogue. We experience the emotions. We can experience whatever we can from it. It's a different take on the ending of Dragon Ball Super, called Dragon Ball Super Defeat. It dives into a part of the story that was so heartfelt and was so tragic, and that part was if Universe 7 failed in the tournament and lost, but specifically about Goku's promise to Whis, the promise from Goku's heart, the promise of a whole universe. This is a fan-made manga, it's not canon, so you shouldn't take it as canon. It's a heartwarming story, a story that has a lot of layers to it. This is Goku's promise to Whis, and it all begins with Goku kneeling on the ground. Behind him is Jiren. Something is wrong. Jiren has won. He looks at him. The Zenos are in shock. The god of destruction of Universe 11 is happy. Pierce and Whis are in shock. It's because this was the last battle. This was what will decide if they live or get erased. And as it looks, Universe 7 has failed. We see Goku, he can't fathom what happened. His Ultra Instinct failed. He lost everything now. Vegeta, Piccolo are all in disbelief. But one rushes to Goku, and that's Gohan. He goes at full speed to his father, but suddenly the Daishinkan and Whis raise their hands. And this is because the ones who lose can't interfere in the battle. Gohan falls down on the ground. He lost his power. They have stopped him. Piccolo tries to go to his aid, but Whis stops him. Gohan is just laying there. Goku gets up and goes to his son. He hugs him one last time. As Gohan is crying, he's screaming. It's because this is it. He's gonna lose everything now. He's not gonna see his family. He's not gonna see his daughter. He's not gonna see everyone. And he knows that. And thus, Gohan gets erased as the Daishinkan just looks at him. It's not easy. Goku has said goodbye to his son. in his arms. He's seeing one of the things that he loves the most vanish in front of his eyes. On Earth, we see Goten and Trunks as they're playing. Suddenly, Goten starts vaporizing. He doesn't know what's happening. He just vanishes as the Dragon Ball in his hand falls down. Chi-Chi also looks up in the sky as she's folding her clothes. She disappears. The Earthlings, one by one, start getting erased. The sad part about all of this, about what's happening, is the fact that they're seeing it happen. They're seeing their loved ones, the ones around them, disappear in an instant. Mr. Satan and Pooh suffer the same fate. Videl is holding Pan as they're both getting erased. She's crying. She's watching her daughter disappear in front of her eyes, and she can't do anything about it. She can't help her. Imagine being in her shoes. Imagine how will you react? What is there to do? Nothing. Bulma is crying. She's being reduced to dust, and just a while ago she had her daughter. Now it's all gone. She's crying more and more as it all goes to black. Bulma is gone. Everyone is gone. Was it all for nothing? Was it all worth it for this tournament? Back in the tournament, the Daishinkan and the Zenos are watching it all as Goku himself feels what has happened. The Earth is gone, and there's no words to describe his feelings, no words to express his emotions. It's all seen on his face. He has failed them all. He was supposed to be the one to save all of them. Sadness is the only thing that he's feeling as he looks towards Universe 11. His eyes speak to us. He's thinking to himself, what can I do now? How can I redeem myself? How can I try to save them? Then he gets an idea. He looks back and starts talking to the Zenos, trying to convince them to save their universe, to do something about this. And while he's talking, we can see he's nervous. He's trying his best to convince them, to save them all, to give them one last chance. The Zenos then look at each other, smiling, but they disagree with what Goku says. They're not gonna save them. He's devastated. He's broken. Nothing can be done. No one can save them now. This is the first time we see Goku feeling this emptiness, feeling this sadness. Beerus and Whis are disappointed. It's all gone. Vegeta starts disappearing. He gets a vision of his family one last time, and he smiles because he tried his best. They really tried to save their universe. Sometimes life doesn't go the way you intend it to go. Krillin gets a vision of his daughter as he's getting erased. He's smiling also. Master Roshi is beside him. He gives it a big smile at the end, but he's crying. He's talking to Goku, telling him that it's all fine. Even Beerus smiles. They're all smiling. They're telling Goku that he did his best, that it's all fine. He looks away from them all. He can't take it. He can't fathom what's happening. He failed them all. He looks up one last time and smiles as then he himself starts getting erased. This is the last time that Goku has fought. The time when he lost everyone he loves. With that, they're all gone. In all of the darkness, a light sparks. An angel staff hits the ground. Then we see Goku is alive somehow. He's there. But how is that possible? He himself doesn't know where he is. In all of this emptiness, in all of this light, what is happening? Where is he? He remembers what happened as he gets a vision of their last moments. As he's thinking to himself, he looks behind him. An angel is there. It's Whis. And this could be because Whis, before they all got erased, he took Goku to a different realm. He's relieved a bit. Whis doesn't give him a lot of time. He starts talking to him, telling him something about a serious subject, and that has to be how to save their universe. Goku focuses with him as Whis does something and puts papers all around Goku. Those are showing him what is supposed to happen, how he can save his universe and everyone, how Universe 7 can win. Whis is helping him. He gets it. He knows what he has to do. As Whis looks up, the realm is starting to crack. There isn't enough time. Now our hero knows what to do. He's a bit nervous, but he smiles as Whis also smiles to him. So he has promised him here. He promised him that this time he's not gonna fail. This time he's gonna give it his all to save the whole universe. He's gonna be their savior. And this is his promise to Whis. Whis starts teleporting him. They share one last smile. Goku starts being pulled away. He reaches with his hand towards Whis as he's vanishing in the distance. Goku starts going through the strings of time. Suddenly, it all starts to change. Goku's back to his Ultra Instinct form. As he looks, he sees his loved ones. He looks surprised. Now it's a second chance. He even sees Beerus and Whis. Then he gives a big smile. He knows that this time it's all gonna be fine. As Jiren goes at him, he opens his eyes and then transforms to his mastered Ultra Instinct form. He goes at Jiren as all of his friends are watching him, cheering for him. Now he's not gonna fail them all. He has made a promise to someone, the one who has saved him. Goku didn't intend to fail them all. He didn't intend for that outcome to happen. When all hope seemed lost, when everything has ended, hope was still there. And that was Whis, the story of Dragon Ball Super defeat. Thank you for reaching this point. All I want to say is I really appreciate it, and if you want to subscribe, it will really help me out a lot. I truly appreciate your time. Love you all and thank you all. Thank you for watching, and saying that, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.